Hello, good evening, and welcome to Final Boss Fights. My name is Geoff, and tonight we are going back to Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. In the last episode, we traced the kidnapped victim, or victims, because there turned out to be more than one, through the port of London to a strange temple underneath a warehouse where absolutely nothing happened. Everything was fine. From there, we found out they've been shipped to the Black Edelweiss Institute in Switzerland, which of course is a mental asylum because you can't have a game like this without having a mental asylum. So we infiltrated the mental asylum, and we're now trying to find out what happened to them and trying to see where they could have gone. So with that in mind, let's get straight back into it. Seek help from Watson. Watson must be in the guest room that is beside Gygax, and obviously could help. The patient, who claims to be Napoleon, could distract the guards, providing an opportunity to contact Watson. And wouldn't you know it, this is that very patient. So we're immediately coming in for lockpicking, so it's 5 tumblers this time. Looks like it was 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. Let's try it. 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. Mug mode. You cannot return after leaving. Be sure to finish everything you wanted to do here. I think I'm clear for everything now. Yeah, I've got nothing outstanding. The side quest last time about the serial killer, we found that. So, yeah, I think this is it.
At last, you came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course, you are right as ever, for you see, time is of the essence. The royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you.
Mon amour.
But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Oh, wow.
They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
You gonna die. You're not gonna get far. But it should provide enough of a distraction.
Psst. Watson, over here.
Holmes? What are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It
Long
is
story.
unimportant. I require your assistance.
What is happening, Holmes? I need an explanation.
It's quite simple. I created a distraction so that I could tell you something important, and in turn, I need you to acquire something important for me.
How can you call any of this charade simple?
Watson, we can discuss this later. Time is of the utmost importance. The kidnapped people may still be here. This is what I know so far.
What? You really found all this on your own?
Oh, yes.
Focus, Watson. I need you to find a key. It will be most unique. All the details are in my notes. Logic dictates that Gygax will keep it near her. Once acquired, you must get it to me. Perhaps the kitchen dumbwaiter could be of use.
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Yes, you can, Watson. You are unfailingly dependable.
Is that good or bad? He doesn't even know.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kuntz. After the war, my nerves, I fled all that commotion.
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
Okay. Guest room, looks like. What have we got here? That is a
Perhaps
weapon.
I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed.
All these medical bits and child
Did a
scratchings.
child make these?
Heidi, that's good. That's good as interesting. Let's see what else we've got in here. Sweep the room. Sweep the room, Watson. We'll leave that for now. we got
Blood in the
here?
water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently. What have we got ourselves into, Holmes?
Do a ping just to make sure there's another painting up here.
The only reason to hang something this harrowing here would be to create another patient.
Does look like where Holmes ended up in the last episode, though, to be honest. I think that's it. That chair. That chair's a bit weird. Chair's a bit weird. We'll carry on. Where are we? I can't change clothes here. Okay. Let's have a wander around. What's this? This is guest room. Well, that's not perturbing at all. Got a bell there of some description. Back to the main reception. Nothing here, is there? There's the door to the main entrance. Newspaper. I think we saw this one last time. We did. The Colour Out of Space story. Very well. What's this place? Administration. Which we can get into. Haha, come on, Watson, my boy. Gygax patient reports. Here we go. October 1879. As more serious treatment is necessary, my special patient, Wolf, will be transferred to patient room 2 on the ground floor. All other patients must be removed from my schedule and reassigned to other specialists at the Institute. This patient's mental state requires constant monitoring and immediate intervention to avoid undesirable consequences. December 1879. The necessary surgical procedures were successfully performed. Physical recovery is still in progress. Memory loss is increasing but still not complete. A new obsession with writing is developed, possibly as a side effect. January 1880. The patient's writing now mentions old names. Clear sign of partial memory recovery. Unacceptable result. A second surgery is required, targeting both the frontal and temporal lobes. This is lobotomy. February 1880. Surgery went well. The patient's memory does not persist for longer than a couple of minutes. Although an obsession with writing lingers, danger eliminated. Daily monitoring prescribed. Wow. This is not a safe place to be.
Lord, that's a lot of records.
This is not a good place. That's a rat.
Photograph seems recent.
Let's see whose it is.
A commemorative photo album. Been a while since I've been in one of these.
Don't suppose there's anything you can do with these. Okay, more dead flowers. There's an odd painting there, but it doesn't show up. Okay. Well, that wasn't harrowing at all. It's back to the main reception. Let's have an investigator poking around this area. Just go around the outside of the cloister. I do remember this from the original version. There was some Sherlock is not. It was Holmes, not Watson, who was going around this area. What's this? Director's office.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr Wolf can wait until tomorrow. I wish to speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You still see
Rather
patients
you
yourself,
didn't.
even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other, no?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Dr. Watson, those of
I
us
am
who
feeling
pursue
quite
knowledge
tense.
are anything but average. Now, who are you?
I think once a soldier, always a soldier. For all I wish to help others, part of me changed when I was abroad. Broke, perhaps. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds. But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I see. So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, you must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
How naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
A
I wonder
colleague?
if he turned
The
into a
former
patient.
director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave his post. Do you grow weary of me already, Doctor?
I was simply admiring your office, Professor. Apologies.
While I am pleased you appreciate its practicality and appearance, we were discussing bigger things. Was my conversation boring you?
No, not at all. I merely...
No, I understand full well. You're not seeking conversation.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind craves truth, but not in this form. You must witness a practical demonstration if you are to learn.
I'm certainly intrigued. Would that be possible?
Of course. I propose a journey between the jury of the human brain. You will not leave without being
I don't like the sound of that.
enlightened. Kunz, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room and the girl with the doll.
Yes, Professor.
Our preparations will take a little time. I will come for you soon, Doctor.
Yes. No.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson.
Do not like. Do not like one little bit. What's this? Kitchen. That's the dumb waiter.
Looks dusty but functional.
Oh, we never use that. I think he connects somewhere downstairs. Did you hear that a patient escaped? All the guards rushed off to find him. I suppose it will be one less ungrateful mouth to feed if he dies out there. One time, it took them 5 days to find the patient. They found him frozen in the snow. I heard his arm snapped right off. If anything else goes wrong tonight, we'll be all out of stuff. If anything else goes wrong tonight, we'll be all out of stuff.
You seem kind of reasonable. This room over here. Patient room 2. Well, this must
You
be
are
Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, am I right?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John Watson. I wanted to talk with you, if you didn't mind.
Ah, Doctor. I don't suppose you could help. I seem to have forgotten
Look at
where
that
I am.
big
We're in the
gash in
Black
his head.
Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf. It's an asylum in Switzerland, and you are one of its most important patients.
But why am I here?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember anything.
It's all right, you don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and go. Now, what comes to mind? Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
We just went over this.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
We were just
Yeah, they
discussing
screwed
this
his memory,
facility,
didn't they?
the Black Edelweiss Asylum, and why you are here.
That name does sound familiar.
Holmes, the things I do for you.
Excuse me, who are you? And who's this Holmes fellow?
I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is, well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke, don't mind me.
But why am I here, Doctor? Am I sick?
I'm sure I can take a look.
Serve. Two deep scars for surgical incisions. Faded with age, chemical burns. Facial palsy, one side is paralyzed. Browse. Oh, there's one over here. Impigmentation, possible medicine abuse. Ew. Say that, but from what I've read in the other note, I'm going to say it's that.
Dear Lord, what Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Now that's
Excuse
concerning.
me, who are you?
I don't know why I keep doing this, expecting something different.
Nice. Patience poetry. Oh, beautiful eye-pound flower, whose heart I do miss so. You call to me when I don't see. How could I let you go? The storm cuts through my senses, makes all my thoughts so blind. With no captain, I miss reason. What did they truly find? Old and dark with grimy walls, roughly held like animals. Trapped yet free, why do I fall? Something squirms on the tip of the tongue, but what can it be? What did I forget? You, sir, I bet you are Mr. Becker, the previous director of the asylum. Can you mind palace it? Does Gygax care about Wolf? Note from Becker. What does that say? Oh, it is. Serious chemical burns on the hand. It is Becker. It is Becker. Very important patient. Put that one in. And anything in the documentation? It's a Gygax and the Edelweiss stuff. I'm gonna put that one in. This is Becker. Wolf is the former director. He's actually Professor Becker, the previous director of Black Edelweiss. He now suffers from severe memory issues, but still retains the ability to write. Screw me with how to lure Gygax out of her office. Very important patient. Professor Gygax's testimony. Patient's poetry. Unless I don't have this key yet. I do! There we go, there we go. Use Becker to distract Gygax. Becker can still write. Perhaps he can get Gygax's attention with a letter. Holmes, my boy. Watson, my boy. Well done. Well done. I'm glad to see they really did a good job with
This
Watson.
area is off limits. A patient has escaped.
Because most of the time the depictions of Watson are not very good. Either from anything from simpleton to... No. But, yeah.
I want them to fly!
If there's anything around here I can use.
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here.
But previously you had to open up the cage and let those people let those birds out, but...
No, I don't want to.
Why not?
I think you don't do that in this one. Let's just go around.
No, you shouldn't have come here.
Miss?
She's nothing.
I hear them scratching. Don't you hear it?
I am fearing for Dr. Watson's health here, I'll be perfectly honest. I know that nothing happens to these two for various reasons, but I'm fearing for his mental health.
I hope you're finding your room comfortable, Dr. Watson.
This way? Is this the way I can come? No, it isn't. Very well. There's nothing here I've missed. Doesn't seem to be. Right, Mr. Becker. Let's go and see if we can convince you to help me.
Get out while you can.
Did. Over here.
Did you see my son? He's such a sweet boy.
Hello again.
Greetings.
You won't remember me, but we've met before. I am Dr. John Watson, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility, the Black Edelweiss.
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait. Let me write it down. I try to recall memories through writing, but they always feel just out of reach.
As a matter of
Yes.
fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes, please, anything.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, even who you are. But we will play a trick on her. We will write a letter so that she learns her lesson. Put down what I dictate. Dear Professor Gygax, I bitterly regret that I let my beautiful alpine flower fall under your influence. I see now that you never deserved to sit as the director of the Black Edelweiss. You are not, as you so claimed, the future of the Edelweiss, and you never were. And by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to be director of this asylum. Signed, Professor Becker.
There, it's done. Now, hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is John Watson. I am a doctor from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack the talent. And presently I am risking my life to help my brilliant detective flatmate in the pursuit of a cult of kidnappers, even as I fear it may destroy him. I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet despite it all, I feel alive. Any more questions?
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as they come.
I like that. Right. That was funny. Come on, let's bring this thing down. Let's bring this place all the way down.
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for Professor Gygax.
Thank you, Doctor. Leave it with me.
Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
Before they get back. Right, turn this place over. December 1879. It's been 3 months since I took over the Edelweiss from Becker. Not all my colleagues approve of the rule changes, so I'm now the only professor here. Wow. No matter, the hire of several strong nurses will solve the personnel shortage. At last my work can flourish without the impairment of his lesser mind. March 1880, the first payment is derived from R. Ideal does pose risks, but the possibilities are endless if he is true to his word. May 1880, oh boy. The first shipment of chosen ones has arrived. R has sent a vast selection of broken minds. The work will be difficult, but undoubtedly useful for my own research as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. Over here. More stuff in it. Letter. Dear Professor, we recently took possession of a collection of rare gems on behalf of our mutual acquaintance. The gems have now been sold to Louisiana jewelers, who made several offers far exceeding our experts' estimate of the stone's value. The final sale price agreed upon for the 11 gems was 12,550 Swiss francs. Our client is instructed to let you receive 2/3 of this sum transferred to your solicitor as per usual. As always, our discretion is assured, and we look forward to continue business with you and your illustrious patron. Yours sincerely, Geoffrey Scott. Don't like that name, that's my name. Jeffrey is at least. Geoffrey Scott, representative of the E.W. Gray Banking House, New Orleans, USA, January 9th, 1882. So, contact point there. That looks very nasty.
Close, but I don't think this is the key. This is too small to be what Holmes asked for.
That's the last thing. That one. Where's the... What's this?
An Edelweiss relief about 2 inches in diameter. This must be what Holmes was after.
Thank you. There's a pingy over here. This looks old.
Nothing special about this.
Oh. Disappointing. We'll run around to that door over here to see if anything happening over here.
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
Don't try to fool me, Becca. I saw your letter written by your own hand.
That name does sound familiar. Is it mine, you say?
Nice try. What else did you recall? Silence won't help you. Fine. I'm not taking any chances. How about I cut open your brain again? Third time's a charm. Yeah?
Let's walk away. Kinda knew that's gonna happen, let's be honest. Right. Thank you, Watson. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure this is fine. Sure, this is all fine. What in the... It's like a schoolroom. Broken tooth, light-coloured enamel?
The tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old.
Steel chain worn.
The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often.
Ow. Yeah. This is... What is this? Roller of some sort.
A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it.
Wink.
The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps.
Hang on a minute, I recognise those words. That's it for this room. You're teaching them something. Oh no. That's what was written on the blackboard. That is what was written on the blackboard. 2 doors. Let's go to the right door. Some sort of lift. Have the Migo been here? That's a brain in a jar. A handwritten letter. Professor, trust my guide, the light of the abyss, for he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Make sure he is present to let our chosen utter nothing but the sacred words, and lo, the trance will begin. We will be an inch closer to the universe beyond. Your work is essential, as many of our flock do not speak our language, and time is of the essence. It would be best to work in groups, performing at least 1 séance per day for a week. Of course, the most skeptical members will have to be changed by your hands. In the meantime, my work continues on a physical method to maintain the trance state through the emitted light waves of Callide lenses. Finally, my men in New Orleans will contact you regarding the new shipment of Chosen. Make room for them, as you've done before. Ah. Key. Shiny key. Brain in a jar. The bankers, the gems. My master has ordered me to send the first shipment of chosen ones. They will arrive in 2 weeks. Do not fail us. Going to New Orleans at some point, aren't we?
Looks as if it's been recently used.
Notebook of Professor Gygax. The new method has last started to show progress. The success rate is 4 out of 10, and the failure is not responding to any external stimuli. Nevertheless, the phonetic system can be declared an undeniable success. Regardless of their native language or place of origin, individuals learn to speak the chant without flaw. They learn it quickly and fluently, despite Lankig or mental autonomy. Regrettably, one of the chosen continues to resist. Isolation and deprivation result in the strengthening of their disobedience. Negotiation only ignited anger. And even after the direct removal of the frontal and temporal lobes, it seemed that all that was left was an innate desire to resist. This chosen one cannot be allowed to pollute the minds of the others. The conclusion is escapable. They cannot continue to live. Our see to it that they are sent to the well. Sure, it's fine. I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure this is very fine. Oh boy.
A very professional brain dissection.
Oh boy. What have we got down here? Horrible stuff. What the heck is this?
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Chair.
Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape.
I'm not going down there yet because I want to check the other room, the other door. I'm sure it's fine. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to the heck.
Oh, the spell. Dear God, is that body parts?
That's an axe.
Judging by the remnants of blood and flesh, these instruments were used for dismemberment. Utterly inhuman.
Achievements. Well, looks like we're going down that creepy tunnel. Is it just me? Or do these doors look very much like the doors that were in that insanity area last time? Remember the ones where we had to go through them and try and get to the end and find the bits at the end, and oh boy. Wow.
Get out of my head!
Your mind festers, devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one that trembles.
Great Lord!
Well, to be fair, I walked into that one.
Surrender your soul and become a servant of...
Oh, hi.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken! And let the
World behold!
So, that was the thing that happened.
The light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head.
That was... yeah, that was worrying. I think actually in here, or was that it? hard to see where if there's any pings in here. I don't think there are any pings in here. Yeah. Let's just leave. Oh.
A hydraulic elevator? How ingenious.
I'm sure this is a good idea.
Watson?
Holmes,
What are you still doing here?
still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think.
What happened to you? Oh.
The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death. No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The patients here wear the same robes.
Patient. It was Gerda.
Heidi, how did it end up here?
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
Gerda killed her. Well, could have happened to a nicer person, I guess. Right. Palace of the Mind time. Where does the evidence lead next? I need all the... That's that one. Patient's poetry. Of that one. And that one. New Orleans. Several pieces of evidence now point to New Orleans. It appears that the kidnappers enlisted the services of the banking house of E.W. Gray to sell gems. Okay, right. So we're going to New Orleans.
Needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
Well. Another achievement.
There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
It'd be interesting to see what this guy would be like as a Call of Cthulhu character.
You seem troubled.
Because that's one
I'm
of the
not
ideologies.
troubled, Watson, I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless.
There's one
to help
important thing they
themselves.
left out of this
When
one.
a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman
That's
did
the
not
line
deserve
from
the
Spectre
title.
Band.
Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked.
Spoilers for
Should you
Sherlock
see
Holmes
me
Chapter
cracking,
1.
John? I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered, Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits. What dangers lurk in the darkness?
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we
Does
seek.
not look
Those
well.
answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
So, one thing they changed from the previous game, one of the prisoners
I know you
in
to
the
be
asylum...
diligent
Oh, sorry,
author,
this little...
but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
Finished? Yes. So one thing they omitted from the asylum in this game, Professor Moriarty was locked up there, and in the previous game you let Moriarty go and that's how you distracted the guards. But not in this case. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving how what they've done with it. Say the basic story beats are the same, but they've really... I've got no idea how this is going to turn out. Chapter 4. The Outsiders. New Orleans.
Ah, Holmes. After our trip to nippy Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this New World heat.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why didn't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner.
He's driven.
I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
As you wish. Oi! Stop it, you! Our luggage! Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put everything back. Where are the socks? These, handcuffs. Are they yours? Oh, this never happens to me, sir. Honest, ask anyone. I'll get this sorted. Don't worry. No need to bring the boss into it. I'll get this sorted. Don't worry.
yeah.
No need to bring the boss into it.
Ah, not an auspicious start, is it? Never mind. I'll handle it. You go on ahead. How embarrassing to have one's possessions laid bare for all to see. Not to mention our unmentionables. I think I'll help the man with our bags, lest it happen again.
Oh dear. Right, what have we got? We've got a pin. Okay, we've got a thing to find here.
Is this familiar to you?
Ah, I know this. Yeah, let me help you.
Bank can be found in the street, up from the port on the left side of the Harbour Master building opposite Chinatown.
Yeah.
We'll come back there later. So the street. Warehouse there. Anything? What's the poster? Anything on the poster? Fine gemstone auction
Black
sale.
opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
Fear I'm going the wrong way. Right, let's see. Chinatown. Okay, there's the port. There's the port. Is that the Harbour Master? Harbour Master's office. Okay, here we go. With the trains and trams and things. Left side of the Harbour Master building opposite Chinatown. Station, that's a telegraph office. This is a nice area, I'm not going to lie. Let's just have a wander around. Let's just have a wander around and drink it in. I got any extra bit? I can't change clothes. Why can't you let me change clothes? Who is a jewel seller A? Got nothing. One shot. Here we are. This looks like it. Banking house of E.W. Gray.
Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
Thank you. Yes, I am Frank Barnaby. Short-sighted, that's why you got it wrong. Abe Lincoln alive, hidden tabloid newspaper. Something in the pocket, a sandwich. Go this one, critical thinker.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
Can I present another piece of identification?
Nope. That's why we sent the invitation.
Oh, poop. Sorry, I want this one. No, I want this one.
Holmes, over here.
Oh, hello there, Watson.
Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
Doing that.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby will be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
You there,
May
passerby.
I ask you something?
I thought no one would ever ask.
Locals say you own a shop in Chinatown called Barnaby's Hidden Gems. Okay. Well, Chinatown is right here. Come on, Watson. Barnaby's Hidden
How
Gems.
marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed. Those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
This is really good. Yeah, in the first game, the first few minutes in New Orleans would see you running after a thief who stole your luggage, which is quite madcap actually, considering the rest of the game. Barnaby's Hidden Gems. Where are you? Did he go to bar? I don't think so. Gun store, that's useful, is it? I don't know. Seems signs pointing to this place.
This
Curious.
place has a Spartan charm, does it not?
It does. My soul will always yearn for London's gloom, but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way.
Interesting. I feel like I'm in Red Dead Redemption. Anything here? Creole Quarter. Excuse me. Ah, okay. Let's return back. Let's return back. Let's return to what we were doing.
Are
sir?
you able to help me?
Don't be angry with me, sir. But I don't know.
Guess not. Right, Chinatown. Still looking for this Barnaby's hidden gems place. Oh, there it is.
Locked. No one's here. Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn. He at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
Interesting.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Two gentlemen say that Barnaby owes them money. He is a known alcoholic and is currently getting drunk at a local bar called the Giddy Gate in the Creole Quarter. Be recognised by a yellow hat and a green jacket. That's where we just were. Ain't clothes on him though. Oh, this looks
Barnaby,
like promising.
unconscious but with his eyes open. Look, Watson. The two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Mr. Barnaby, the banking council at E.W. Gray invites you to participate in a closed auction. We are pleased to present a selection of rare and extraordinary black opals for sale. Please contact our employee to receive more information. We strongly urge you to wear the cleanest suits you have and be sober. One more unacceptable incident, I will exclude you from our list of buyers.
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Yoink, yoink.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you can find the word worked.
I'm just going to pin that just to be sure. Right then. Oh wow, that is a striking combination, I have to say. Crumbs.
Where's my cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
Yeah, I guess the disguise works. This is a really nice looking place, actually. There's the bank.
Where's the money, Barnaby?
Sorry, don't know what you're talking about.
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
That works. He says no mad doctors here trying to rip your brains out.
Heavens, I never seen gems so big.
I simply must have them.
Black opal. Origin Australia. Weight 40 carats. Rarest stone. Believed to be a piece of a shattered space rock that fell to Earth.
They're so black it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic.
This is fine. I'm sure there is nothing to worry about.
This
Oh,
might be
everything
useful.
is
I'll
fine.
make a note.
Oh, the banking house at E.W. Gray thanks its fine philanthropists. H. Armitage, Henry Armitage? I think there's just people to speak to now.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
You better ask someone else about that.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
There's more of these gems. They are, yeah.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet
who
you,
works in
Miss
London.
Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if you don't mind. Forgive my
previous owner?
curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about them?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less.
They were
If you
stolen.
would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction.
Poop.
An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity. Ha! What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grub?
Who are the Holmes about now? Right, we have Sheriff, position of power. Hat, oversized. Golden Revolver champion. Cares for appearance. And that's worrying. Proud or poser? Yeah, I don't trust him.
Of course I know you, Sheriff.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm
Paying this
afraid
man's
the
debts.
bills come due.
Fines? Right, I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
He just got shook down and he was not even him.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just got shook down on behalf of somebody else. I hope he's grateful. Holmes. We're screwed.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
Excuse me. Go down this way, can't we? Too wide an area, can't see properly. And we're going back to the boat.
A pox on the crew.
No, no! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
You know, I think the look actually compliments you. Why bother changing it?
Ah, here's my clothes.
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John.
In trouble.
I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
Here we are. Here we are. Hello there.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby. Welcome home.
Okay.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, honey, I've heard nothing.
say? Room 6. Here we are.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne will know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy.
Hey.
I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Fisherman's quarter behind you. Okay. So we need to find the fisherman's quarter and then ask around there.
Forgive
by the
me,
looks of it.
Watson. The difference is plain as day.
Thank
What
you,
a
Tim.
remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
And we're back with Holmes again. And we still can't change clothes. I like his outfit though, I've got to say. Behind the Creole Quarter. Okay. The Creole Quarter is there. Fisherman's must be over behind there. Let's go this way. Get one of these, we might just drive around. When I saw organs there, I did wonder what exactly they meant by organs, but I see now it says pianos and organs. Give me a moment. Found any sort of side quest. There's the bar again. The side quest here. Okay. Never mind, I found it. Guessing this is it. You there, sir?
I'm gonna die. Gonna die.
Okay, here we
Are
go.
you
Side
all right,
quest.
sir?
It'll come again. I will die.
What happened?
The lower of death came to me last night. I know it will come again.
Let's start from the beginning. My name is Sherlock Holmes. Could you describe last night's events for me?
I'm Cole Seabrook. It was my mom, Brigitte. She came to me in the shape of a giant black rooster. Before that, some hit the wall outside. Then she came in. She took my will and she led me to the water.
Perhaps you were dreaming?
I wish I was. The Great Gator was there. It called me and I couldn't resist, but then the spell broke and I managed to crawl ashore.
Interesting.
I know how it sounds to an outsider, but it was the lower of death, and it ain't finished with me.
The lower?
You mentioned a lower. What is that exactly?
You outsiders only know one God. But there are many, and we call them lowers. And Maman Brigitte is one of them. She is the lower of death and life. She heals the righteous and punishes the guilty.
Did you feel anything apart from fear last night?
Yeah. The signs of Maman's presence, no doubt about it. Everything became blurry, and my mouth was dry, and the light became very bright.
That is something.
Right.
Oh, no two ways about it.
Oh, let's investigate.
There are too many imprints here. It's hard to say where he did or didn't go.
See what we got.
He dropped a cup here.
Bits on the...
This one is almost odorless.
This...
It smells...
Has he been making some
interesting.
Weird stuff?
I will take it just in case.
I would love to learn more about these. The healing properties of some herbs are truly amazing, Holmes.
And some are cold ground herbs here.
Some are extremely dangerous. What's this? Mixed with portions. Goldenrod, strawberry leaves, jasmine flowers.
Supper leftovers. It's not a simple tea. A herbal concoction, rather.
Black tea seems not to be very popular here.
Some chewing tobacco leaves. Cheap and strong brew.
Oh, hello.
Judging by the facial features, Cole and one of his relatives. With William in Shreveport, 1879.
Okay, still missing a few bits. Right. Bits over here.
Are you a good fisherman, Cole?
I wouldn't say so, sir. Sir?
I must ask you, did you have a drink last night?
No, sir, I didn't take a sip. It all happened before I went to bed, and I only drink to fall asleep. That's just how it is lately.
Look on the outside of the house.
We have a feathered friend in the case. The poor bird crashed against Cole's house. The damage is recent.
Can we talk to you at all? Huh?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, mister. I can't help you. Ask someone else.
You.
Sir?
Your boat is wrecked. What happened?
Well, I stumbled over a cypress root.
You'd need some force to cause that damage.
Yeah. And to be really down on your luck. I'm cursed, sir.
You can't talk to you at all, can we? No. Oh, another point here. Feather.
A feather. Not black, however.
Did you really expect to find the feather of rock here?
Unsteady, unstable footprints.
More boot prints here.
Called. Okay, I think we've got enough for reconstruction now.
Cole was having dinner. He was alone. The herbal decoction started to affect him. He became dizzy and dropped the cup. Hallucinations and stimulation brought him outside. He could have drowned if not for the sobering effects of the cold water.
Sir?
Cole, I am sure that you were alone last night. The Lowers were not with you.
Well, what else could you say?
I didn't say that I disbelieve you. I'm wondering about this recipe.
It's just herbal tea. I went to Mr. Samdi and he gave me the recipe to help calm my heart.
Is he a doctor?
He is a voodooist. It was risky, but all I wanted was some sleep.
Where can I find him?
On the side of the church at one of the entrances to the Fisherman's Quarter. Look for a Veve sign, but watch what you say. He has the power of voodoo.
I'll be careful.
Hey. Entrances to the quarter. Start asking around.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I've heard talk.
See, the locals seem to respect Samdi despite him being a little strange. He helps people with their health problems, can give advice, resolve disputes. Also removes slander and hexes. Part of the church at one of the entrances to the Fisherman's Quarter. There's the church. Seems about right. Dear Mr. Holmes, I knew that when you heard about voodoo, you'd be immediately skeptical. This world is not what it seems expecting me. I find it strange that in your journey you are still in disbelief. I'm sorry I won't be there when you come for me. I would love to help open your eyes. I presume you wanted to ask me about the recipe you found at Cole's house. Knowing Ghost tragedy, I told him to brew an infusion from these herbs. The effects of that infusion are solace and nullification. If you don't believe me, read this book. There are the answers that you seek. May the spirits be with you, Mr. Holmes. Samdi. P.S. After you find out what you're seeking, please return the tome. Some books can do bad things if they fall into the wrong hands. Flowers. Tea. Less than an inch. Colour is yellow. With pointed leaves. Pointed leaves. Petiole. Perennial herbaceous plant from the Asteraceae family. Goldenrod has a strong diuretic effect. It's used for indigestion, rheumatism, the general anti-inflammatory property. Let's carry on. Large white flowers. 4 to 6 inches. Strong, pleasant, sweet odour. Jimson weed, also known as devil's snare, is a potent poisonous plant. In case of poisoning, Jimson weed causes dry mouth speech and swallowing disorders, dilated pupils, impaired near vision, fear of lights, delirium, hallucinations and agitation. Severe poisoning is characterized by loss of orientation and sharp mental arousal. What's giving this man? Green leaves. Okay, trifoliate leaves. 1.5 to 2 inches. And slightly sour. This is strawberry leaves. An effective remedy to improve appetite and normalise digestive processes. Teas and infusions with strawberry leaves have a positive effect on the work of the heart, help lower blood pressure. They have a mild analgesic effect. And maybe I should try some. I'm still curious about this one though. Something else in there that I can look at. One. Turn the book. Apparently not. I'll talk to you guys about this because I don't get why I've still got this pin here.
Help me, please.
No, I've not heard about that. Sorry.
Sir?
Cole,
get the herbs.
where are these herbs from?
I bought them from Zora. Her stall is at the market near the port.
Well, looks like we're going to the herb merchant. Market near the port. I don't think I've seen the market yet. Yeah. Yeah, this looks promising. There. I think I can get to you.
Do you know anything about this?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Yeah, I bet Zora will kill her. Did you see how she rushed there? Fearsome woman. Yeah, I'm afraid for them Chinese and for anyone who messes with her.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
We're going to Chinatown Market. She wanted to start a fight with another herb merchant there. Zora is known for quarrelsome temper. However, for the last few days she's been unusually aggressive.
Yeah, I did.
Right, goldenrod. That's one of the ingredients. Tobacco leaves. Strawberry leaves. The Chinatown Market. Being given the runaround. Watson. We're talking to you about this.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't be angry with me, sir. But I don't know.
Third merchant, that's what he wants. Ooh, Chinatown. Market at Chinatown, this looks
Are
promising.
these herbs fresh? And you dare call my products substandard?
Excuse me, are you Zora?
I am. What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have several questions, if you don't mind. You are selling herbs, is that right?
Do you want to buy something?
Not really. I wanted to ask if you have the herbs from this list.
Goldenrod, jasmine, strawberry. These are very common. I do sell them same as any other herb merchant.
I came here because Cole Seabrook mentioned you. Do you know him?
Unfortunately, yeah. He's my late husband's brother.
Have you heard of Jimson weed?
A poisonous plant, but it can help ease the pain if you know how to use it. Some believe you can use it to create a zombie, a will-less slave.
Is that what you wanted for Cole? Or did you sell it accidentally?
Did Cole get what he deserved? The Loas heard my prayers.
So you admit it was on purpose?
I admit there's a higher power maintaining order and justice in this world, and Cole got what he deserved. I'm happy that it happened,
messy.
but that doesn't mean I'm to blame.
Can I ask what caused such hatred?
The sheriff confiscated all our weapons, and then the disappearance began. William wanted one rifle, just one, to protect us. Cole was too eager to help, and as a result, my Will got a bullet in his chest.
How did Cole explain what took place?
He just walked away as if nothing happened. Cole is the reason I lost my husband, and he should pay for it.
Don't you want to know what really happened?
For me, it's clear. An innocent man would tell everything. Only the guilty remain silent.
Excuse me, just one question.
Entirely wrong.
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't have a clue about this.
Right. Cole. See what you have to say for yourself. Yeah, here we are. This just got very messy. Very messy, very quickly.
Sir?
I've learned about your tragedy, Cole. My condolences.
Zora told you, didn't she?
Can you tell me what happened and why you feel guilty?
My brother died. I'm alive, and William is not. That's why.
Probably the photo you had.
Tell me, what was the plan?
William had to get into the warehouse through the eastern gate, the one not far from the market on the edge of the railroad. I hid behind the barrels. I was on the lookout.
So what went wrong?
William went in, then came back with a rifle. I saw him jump off the crate, and then bang! He was lying there dead.
Did you see who shot him?
It was the bloody sheriff. I swear I saw him smiling.
What happened next?
My heart stopped. I froze. Then the sheriff yelled, "See if there are more rats." And I woke up. I ran away. I had just one task and I failed it. And for my mistake, the lower of death will come for me.
It all happened near the eastern gates of the warehouse near the market, at the corner closest to the railroad. Cole was hiding behind the barrels. So there's the market. Closest to the railroad. There. Chewed leaves, tobacco, it was here.
Chewed tobacco. That's the spot.
I hid behind the barrels. I was on the lookout.
Then what? Handprint oil.
An oily handprint. The substance has solidified. I assume that this is cosmoline with which the gun was lubricated.
William went in, then came back with a rifle.
This lamp did not leave William a chance to go unnoticed. William was shot here.
I saw him jump off the crane and then bang! He was lying there dead.
The bullet went through him, and based on its velocity and mass, I would say the shooter was no more than 35 or 40 feet away.
Shooter's position, couldn't see
The
him.
sheriff stood here. Cole had no chance to spot him approaching.
That's a terrible choice of position, and it cost his brother his life.
Then the sheriff yelled, "See if there are more rats!" And I woke up.
And what did Cole do?
My heart stopped. I froze.
Why?
Cole sought safety in flight.
Now I see why Cole thinks he deserved it. He simply left his brother behind.
He did not have much of an option.
Sad. I think Zora would like to know about this.
That was interesting. Is she back here or is she still in Chinatown? In China. No, she's here.
What do you want?
I know you are angry at Cole, but you must know that he is not guilty of your husband's death. I was at the warehouse and I saw it all myself. The sheriff shot William and Cole couldn't prevent it, not even at the cost of his life.
Why did Cole survive then? And how did he return unwounded?
He had no chance of stopping the sheriff, but he found himself unnoticed. All he could do was run or die.
That jackal sheriff. Perhaps you're right. I didn't want to kill Cole. It's just too painful to know that he's still around while my Will's dead.
You can mourn with Cole. Forgive him if you can.
I'll need some time for that.
Oh, that's a nice one. And I guess we've got to finish off by going back to Cole. Back to Cole. still don't get that though.
Sir?
I have
Poisoned.
good news. No lowers are coming for you. You were poisoned.
What?
Zora sold you Jimson weed instead of jasmine. That was the cause of your hallucination. She wanted revenge.
It doesn't change anything. Look, the laws were guiding her. I deserved it.
I went to the warehouse and I know what happened. You are not guilty of William's death. You had no chance of stopping the sheriff. Your only choice was to run or die.
That was my purpose as a brother. But I failed William. I'm a coward. I ruined 2 lives in one evening, including Zora's.
I spoke with Zora and she forgives you. Now is the time to forgive yourself.
Thank you, sir. I'll try.
Yay! We got a new clothing that we still can't use. Why can't we use these clothes? Right, Lucy's help. While you're here.
I appreciate your words, sir.
Right, need to find this person now. Don't want you to talk to. You there, sir. You are talkable.
May I ask you something?
I've heard about that. Let me tell you.
People say that Champagne lives in a fisherman's quarter in a hut on a boat. She owns 2 dogs. A hut on a boat. There's a church. See it from here? Not really. That's a boat there. Here we are. Doggies!
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense, Sheriff. Them two don't take kindly to gents. Especially foreigners. How can Champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Funny that.
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it, you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
Okay.
May have been 1-2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire him out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
I think we're going to come back here at some point.
Careful. Nolans may look welcoming, but not every smile is friendly.
Right. Some Mind Palace-y stuff. Who's the jewel seller? A. Right, with philanthropists. E. Arneson. D. Arneson? The opal trader. And what's this one up here? I think we get 2 out of 3. Oh, I got all 3 of them. I wasn't expecting that. Mr. E. Arneson, most likely jewel seller who stands behind the A in the telegram from the Edelweiss Institute is E. Arneson from the French Quarter. Pin that. Into town. Right. You're carrying a film projector, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm bone tired, but yes, I'll
help you.
Carrying that, that's the question. Passerby suggests using a cab near the Harbour Master building to travel to the French Quarter. I think we're leaving this place behind. There's your cab. I've dealt with everything I need to here. Yep, I think we're good here.
Got a spot in mind.
French Quarter, and get us there fast.
The New World achievement unlocked. What are we doing? Okay, got a bit more time. Oh wow. Mappable place it is.
You know, Watson, the opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
Cordona does sound rather magical. Do you think you shall ever return?
Oh, I hope not.
I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
Okay. This way over here. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, need to ask around.
Excuse me,
You're
just one
askable.
question.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Locals say Mr. Arneson's mansion has a large gate adorned with bisons.
Oh, we will. Yeah, well.
Okay. Gate. The bisons there though. That's it. They're like eagles. No large gate there. This looks promising. This one here. Oh, this must be it. This is it.
Lord help me.
Hello there.
Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneson in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from him.
Come now, why all the tears?
Something happened to Davy. I feel it in my bones.
Do you think he may have left the premises?
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One presumes this gate is locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See,
try that.
I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.
Okay. That looks nice place. Chapter 5. Wow. The horror at the door. Okay. Okay, Arneson's mansion. Okay. Okay, everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh boy.
No way in.
Picked off another mine palace. We have. Stable round the side. Right, this way then. Oh, this must be the stable. This is the stable. Let's unpin that for now. Right then. Strong, locked from the inside. traces of mud often used?
I rather wish my lockpicks had not been lost in the river.
Along with all our clothes, books, tea.
Over there looks quite hefty. Yeah. I'm down here for a long time. Is that where the key was supposed to be? Ah, something over here. What's this? Heavy, covered in dust. Broken stem. Chipped edge.
This must be the key to the stables.
It's in a different place. Enter.
Poor animal has been suffering for days.
It's dehydrated, Holmes. Without water, it will die.
Mr. Arneson's cab is still here. Cayenne pepper. Half empty. Or as Watson would say, half full.
Okay. Okay, we've got some mansion at least. This way. Oh, what's this? Is this water? Yes.
This might be useful.
See. Where are you, boy?
At least that's one life saved.
Here you go, boy. That's it, good boy. At least you did that. Right. Extensive grounds. Getting definite Red Dead Redemption vibes from this. Anything over here? Very extensive grounds. Oh.
Size 10. The owner's footprints were shallow. Size 10. The heels are sinking into the ground. Look here, Doctor. 2 sets of footprints left by the same person, yet they vary in depth. What do you conclude?
Perhaps they arrived empty-handed, but left carrying something heavy.
Precisely. I'll make a detective of you yet, Watson.
Carry on away from the mansion.
More boot prints.
You came this way.
More boot prints.
Almost ripped out. What happened here?
Luxurious shoes, size 9.
Arm print.
These fingers were severed with a single clean stroke, but I don't see the thumb or middle finger.
Okay. You pointing?
Look, Watson, animal prints. I wonder what kind.
Prints.
Boots, size 10.
Same guy. Get all the way down here. An alligator there. Right, we have
a scrap of silk, soft and elegant.
Blood loss, larger wound, waited a while. There's a boat here. Figure this out? No. Back we go to the house. There? Can we get to there? Doesn't look like it. I can't get to that. Okay, let's continue around outside. Creepy music. Quick ping just to make sure. It's like a swing chair, yes. Anything else around here? I mean, I suppose you could just knock on the door. Let's try knocking on the door.
No way in.
Hey, that solves that problem. Or rather, that answers that question. There's something in the bushes. Fill out the let's put them all in just to be sure. None of them. So that wasn't Davy who went down there. That's good. I'm glad of that. Right. This.
There's blood here.
Ah, do you smell that, Holmes? Something
very
bad happened here.
I know. Be prepared for anything.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Watson, would you please lend me your medical expertise?
I'll do my best.
To you.
An enormous blow shattered her ribcage. Extremely sharp and deadly.
That what did it?
Blooded, broken nails. The poor woman tried to put up a fight. A wound like this could only be dealt by a man of incredible strength.
And cruelty.
Another painting.
Why does it look so familiar?
New stuff. Okay, so you've got hay. Hay? Half
Tea
cup
for
of tea.
two. An odd glimpse of normalcy amid the horror.
And
A used
blood?
kitchen towel.
Oh, used kitchen towel. I thought it was a blood stain then. Sorry, yes, this is part of the main quest. Anything else in here? Where's your quest on? Oh, another one.
I will need your help one more time, Doctor.
Wow.
The hand can bend freely. Rigor mortis has passed.
He's been there for what? Wait a sec, he's had his fingers cut off.
His corneas are already clouded.
That's a lot of blood. That hay?
Hay on his trousers suggests a gardener or groom.
There it is. Come on, line up.
A deep
Same
stab
wound.
reached the man's heart. Clean edges suggest a sharp blade, but the wound is too wide for an ordinary knife. This man has been dead for a week, the result of a sharp object piercing his heart.
You are mostly right, but I would bet he died 5 days ago. Heat and humidity will have accelerated the decomposition.
He's right, you know. Oh, blimey, trail of stuff.
Someone was bleeding, but it doesn't look lethal. The bent end of this candlestick has blood on it.
What happened here? That's where the candlestick came from. Half a paper. I intercepted a strange telegram sent to Asmat. It is utterly cryptic and I cannot make head nor tail of it. The mailman confirmed the telegram was definitely for Asmat, so we must know what it means. The rest of the note is unreadable.
Burnt papers, now completely unreadable.
Hey.
The candle was burning when it fell.
Footprint.
Someone smaller walked over these boot prints.
And
a trail of wax leads to the door.
Trail of wax. Door there. Door there. Trail in dust, blood droplets.
A few drops of blood, but not from a mortal wound.
Putting out the oh, some papers here. Letter from Locksmith. Mr. Arneson, I hope you to know that you like the work carried out in your study room. It was a challenge and the most difficult job I've done. The lock was handmade to create the mechanism in accordance with your requirements. I activated a magnetic bezel that must be reactivated to open the lock. As requested, it is hard to see the keyhole if you don't know where to look. Tell your friends about me, thank you. JT Lock. Lock & Sons Locksmithery. Okay. So, with that, in the middle of this carnage, I'm going to bring this episode to a close tonight. Thank you all very much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please, please like, follow, and like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. And with that, I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. You sure you're alright?